oh, you a band? What kind of music? And we just always stay loud. Just rock and roll, high energy. It's Magnified Plaid was the original band name. X's instead of periods, abbreviation. Magnified Plaid's a cool band name in 9th grade. It's not so cool, like, you know, a couple years later, and MxPx just worked better. So we stuck with that. You know, we went out and we'd tour the VFW halls and the church halls and, like, you know, just whatever. And then we moved up, you know, we started doing some clubs and more clubs, and the clubs, you know, all the time. Then I got bigger clubs, just really slow over, like, the last 5 years, almost 6 now. We have our own studio. When we're home, it's like, you know, you want some gear, you want to set up something, you got to do it yourself, you know. We get ready for tour, we go load up the truck and send it on its way, you know. Just, we do still do everything ourselves. It's nothing like, we don't, like, have people who come in just to load up our stuff and take off with it, you know. We do it all ourselves. With indies, I mean, it's a lot more mellow. It's a lot like, what do you want to do? With majors, it's like, this is how it's going to happen. You know, we do this with Marilyn Manson. It works, you know? Who cares? Life Generally came out and people wanted to buy it, but they were saying, like, I couldn't find it anywhere for like 3 months. I've been trying to buy it for so long, I can't find it. And it was just like, you know, Tooth and Nail just didn't have good distro around the country, and they couldn't keep up with, like, you know, the demand or whatever for the records. So it was just kind of like we needed to go somewhere where they could take care of that. I mean, Fat's just a really good label. Like, they're just really straightforward and straight up about everything. Rock City's our little imprint. We put out a band called Too Bad Eugene. We put out a EP of this band Arthur that we're all in. It's something we were thinking about doing. We're so busy with this, though, it's kind of hard to do it, you know. It's fun when I go home because I get to pretend like I'm like Joe Sixpack, you know, hanging out and like going out with my friends on the weekends or whatever. It's fun. And then I go out on this, and it's like, then I get to pretend like, you know, I'm still a normal guy, but I'm just stuck in this, you know. I mean, we are totally normal guys. We're not like some sort of rock and roll creatures or whatever, you know. Like, we're Christians, the three of us. Always, I have been for a long time, will be forever. We are who we are, you know. We're not going to go out there and pretend to be something to like fit in or sell some records or something. I'm just going to be who I am, and if that's cool and kids like the music, awesome. If not, whatever. You know, a lot of people in bands believe certain things. We just were on Tooth and Nail and got the label thrown on us, you know. We just set small goals, you know, all throughout the band, you know, like, okay, you know, let's go on tour. Just like, okay, let's try to tour again, you know. Let's go play these different places, you know. Let's try to play a little better, you know. We've done so many things now that it's just like, I'm really stoked about, like, you know, meeting certain people, playing certain shows at different places, you know. It's cool, I'm stoked. We try to put out as much energy as possible, and if kids return it, it just goes back and forth, and it's just like, it's awesome. It's a great feeling, and it makes you feel a lot better about everything out there when people are literally like getting into it too. When they're just kind of stand there like, you know, it's kind of, I mean, you still go for it anyways. I just try to push it more at that point. I'm like, okay, how about this now? We do this for the fans, basically, you know. We don't do it for like ego or money or, you know, see ourselves on TV or hear ourselves on the radio. We do it for like the kids who come to the shows. That's pretty much it, you know, and ourselves. But we're those kids who went to the shows. We just like, oh man, let's start a band. Okay, cool. Now we're like, it just, all of a sudden now we're the guys on stage, and it's just crazy. We do this for them, you know, 'cause that's who we were, and that's who we still are. I still go to shows, and I love being right out in the crowd.